Moonlit Door is a collection of new drawings by Guillermo Martin Bermejo, exploring journeys both real and imagined as a theme throughout literary history. Guillermo is a Spanish artist whose pencil drawings reimagine literary and artistic sources as if they were romantic episodes in his own personal narrative. He draws onto pieces of paper rescued from old books, as if to salvage the imaginary journeys that those old pages had prompted. He recently moved to Menton on the French Riviera, and many of his new drawings stem from the experience of relocation and the artistic heritage of his new home. Aubrey Beardsley is one of its famous residents, who spent his last year in Menton. Here, Guillermo has depicted himself carrying Aubrey up the steps to the Basilica of Saint-Michel, a short but otherwise impossible journey for the tuberculosis-stricken artist. They are observed by Aubrey's sister Mabel. In this work, a young Jean Cocteau appears before the Bastion de Menton, where his museum is currently housed. A large triptych, Le Rêve, elaborates on the Cocteau reference to imagine a ballet collaboration with Sergei Diaghilev in the earlier 20th century. Appearing from left to right are Michel Fokine, Jean Cocteau, Diaghilev, Leonid Massine, Václav Nijinsky, and a pair of figures inspired by two outfits Fokine used in a ballet of the era. The landscape and the village are Menton. The cat, Timek, belongs to Guillermo's uncle. Amongst these reveries, a suite of small drawings circle back to the romance of Menton as a new home, depicting a series of dreamlike encounters with newfound characters. Part reality, part imagined fictions, they describe the romantic excitement of discovering a new and exotic home, and exude the subtle sexual tension that often permeates Guillermo's work. These seeds of experience then develop into large drawings that explore the journey as a literary theme. A reimagining of the Odyssey looks at the nostalgia for home, where a bedraggled Ulysses reaches for the memory of his homeland Ithaca, observed by a stone-faced James Joyce. Circe's elixir, in the cup next to the blackbird, has made Ulysses forget his home. Behind him is the blind Polyphemus, or perhaps Ulysses himself, unable to see reality as it is. Telemachus sits on the right in despair, but the dog Argos still recognises his master. Jonathan Swift's Gulliver appears here in Lilliput, like a Victorian patriarch before an unruly child, while a composition of figures echo Herman Melville's unfinished novella Billy Budd, describing the unwanted journey and consequent ill fate. These works epitomise recent developments in Guillermo's drawing style, where characters are overlaid with one another and their environments, so they appear like memories, blending one into the other. This is carried out at grand scale in My Own Divine Comedy, a drawing reinterpreting Dante's archetypal journey between heaven and hell on the writer's 700-year anniversary. Drawn over 6 sheets of moleskin notepaper, the drawing flows out of the celestial paradise and the gates of heaven, past the giant Geryon in the dark forest, where a young Virgil falls towards the Acheron, in a sketch reminiscent of an illustration by William Blake. It continues into an earthly paradise filled with inspirational artists for Guillermo, such as Proust, Goya, and Giacometti. And then it passes over the Acheron River into a purgatory populated by the Marquis de Sade, Paul Verlaine, and Francis Bacon. In hell is imagery inspired by Michelangelo and Bosch, but with an angel offering a route to escape. Inspired by the works of Doré, Blake, and Botticelli, as well as the pictorial schemes of Bosch and Patinier, Guillermo's Divine Comedy is like a Baroque altarpiece of his own creative idols.